Hey, my name's John Mangus,
And I'm Jake Mangus.
and I want to tell you about our experience with Dan Blackwell and CBRE. My wife and I, we've been looking for an investment property in the Costa Mesa area for about 3 years, and we wanted to get our son Jake involved in learning how to manage property. And so we've been looking, hadn't really seen a lot that we liked, and then on Memorial Day weekend, this building popped up, and Jake and I came and took a look at it, and we thought it was exactly what we were looking for. Great property. And so we called Dan Blackwell at home, and to our surprise, he took our call on Memorial Day weekend. He'd never met us. He came over here, he took a look at the property. Within 3 hours, he called us back with, he'd looked up the comps on the property, he'd spoken to the selling agent, and he had a recommendation for us on how we should approach purchasing the property. Came up with a price that he thought was good and some terms they thought would work well. So we submitted the offer, and the seller was a little inflexible on the terms. He wasn't going to give us much, and but Dan kept trying and kept going back with new angles, new ideas. After about 2 weeks, we finally came to an agreement. We put the property into escrow, and we thought everything was going to be just smooth after that. The seller had narrowed us down to a pretty tight window on the escrow. 30 days I thought was a pretty short period of time to get everything done. We had a lot of ground to cover. But everything was going great until about 2 weeks into the escrow. Our lender passed away. It was tragic. It was really tragic, and we didn't know what to do. We're 2 weeks from our close date, and we've got no loan. So we spoke to everybody involved, and nobody had ever had this experience before, and none of us knew what to do. Dan knew what to do. He actually found somebody who could pick up where the previous lender left off, and he could take all of that loan commitment and application and push it on through the system. And the problem with that was that this happened on 4th of July weekend, and worst timing. The loan contingency on the property had to be removed within 1 business day, and we're starting, it seemed like, at square one. So Dan found us this lender. We got on the phone with him. Within 4 hours, we had a letter in our hand committing to lending on the property. It was amazing, and the concern that Dan had was that this was a 4th of July weekend, and these guys were probably not putting our loan at the top of the priority list. So Dan really pushed it through. He made sure that he did what he could to make sure that our loan was their top priority, which was tough because it was a secondhand loan to them. So the loan funded. We actually closed within the time frame that we had put in the original offer, and now we're excited. We've got this great new property, and Jake's excited. Look at his face.
Very excited. Very thorough job. Whenever we had a problem, Dan would take care of it, and I was very impressed. Very thorough, and we really, even in our most troubled times, we got it figured out. So that was great. I would definitely use Dan Blackwell again if we buy the property.
And when you're making an investment of this size, you really need somebody with resources and commitment, and Dan was all of that. His team was great. George was always there on the phone when we needed him. Dan was always available by phone when we needed him, and it just came out great. I'm very excited about the representation that we had, and I would tell anybody if you were looking to buy an apartment investment property, there's two things you should do. First of all, pray that it goes smoothly, and second, call Dan Blackwell.